Hi everyone, welcome back to the weekly Thought Fuel with Keith and Sara from the Leaders ICM. We want to just start out by acknowledging that we release these videos on Monday, but we film them usually the end of the week before. So when our video came out last Monday, we were not aware of the shooting that had happened in Las Vegas. And so just wanting to honor that situation and just say our hearts are broken and our thoughts and prayers are with everybody affected by that situation.
Yeah, and it's funny that the video that came out on Monday was about, seeing who we are in the middle of a problem and not focusing on the problem itself. And we almost said any trivial problem will do, like a conflict with your spouse or significant other or family member or friend or coworker or whatever. And I think so much of us in the country find ourselves in the middle of what feels like a really big problem in terms of it's challenged our understanding about so much stuff. I know for me it has. I know I'm thinking, well, what do I hold to be true about all of these issues that are being raised in the wake of this horrible tragedy?
Yeah, and we talked about last week this idea of great leaders see themselves in the problem, and so much of what we're hearing in the debate about the discussion is the problem and the solution and what do we need to do to fix it. And so just that approach of what is it showing me about me, I think
is a tough thing to get it's a tough thing to get your head wrapped around, is how do you see you in the middle of everything that's taking place out there. So this whole little segment of series that we're doing right now is about what do people do to keep growing themselves, and one of the things they do is to see themselves in the middle of a problem, not just focus on the problem itself. Another thing that they do is that they don't do this in their own private vacuum. That the most effective people have others that they can process who they are in the middle of the problem with. We call it being in developmental relationships with people. And there are so many different kinds of relationships that we are in with people. We have family relationships, friend relationships, work relationships, and they all are important and have their place, but they're different than developmental relationships.
And we'll talk maybe next week about what the best practices are of those relationships. But one thing that's really important is that these conversations and these relationships are very intentional in their purpose, which is as a place for me to almost have a sounding board or have somebody there to push me and challenge me and hold me accountable in that discovery of what am I learning new about me. It's not a conversation of let's find a solution to the problem, or let me convince you that my way is right, or let me just complain about the problem, or let me tell you what you think. It's really this help me think about myself differently in the context of this relationship, and then being reciprocal for that person and doing the same thing for them.
So why don't you see if you can't identify someone that you trust, someone that you feel like you could have a conversation with and not have it be about convincing or not have it be about solving the problem, but someone that you can say, hey, here's what's going on inside of me. Would you give me some space to talk about this? And I'd love to hear what's going on with you as you process what's going on. Yeah. So we'll get more specific about the kind of really best practices around developmental relationships when we see you next week.
And if you don't have anyone to talk to, call us. One of us can be that person.
Call us. We'd love it.
Bye.